Oh, baby, there it goes. Hey, guys. Hey, G. G. Is it G? Call you G. Let's say G. Be right. What's up? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Spiritual Session. I am your guide, Michael Rolla. And today, uh, I wanted to say like a whole bunch more stuff, but that's fine. It's good enough. Today is all about making some magic, so I hope y'all ready to do some of that. There's enough going on in the world, right? And we gotta start making this magic. So hopefully, you guys are feeling good out there. There's a bit of a calm period now, maybe coming for a little while for some people. It really all depends, depends when people wake up, depends, or, to something new and then how it triggers them and what's important, right? But Merlin is here today and Merlin just wants to make magic. And he just keeps saying, like, so I'm listening to, what is it, AOK right now, when I see trouble come my way, I be making lemonade, and that's the magician, right? And he's just like, he's really like, it's interesting. I said, so what did I just say before we started this live? I was cracking up. I was like, Merlin, where are you at? What are we gonna do? You just came in like, oh yeah, we're gonna make magic, baby. Let's go. Like, just the energy. I was like, all right, all right. So what are we gonna talk about specifically today? It's really just, I wanted to go over the basics again. There's so much more magic that is going, thank you, that is going to be created, right? Because we are magic. You are magic. We're always creating magic. We need to remember what, who we are, what we are, people out in the, we're always talking the community, meet aliens and meet spirits and meet this, and you got to be open to it, which really means like in all ways at all time, like boom, reality check right now. Oh my gosh, they're here, like let's go talk. Are you ready? Can you face them? Can you talk to them? And so me being me, as you guys know, Michael, I just challenge everybody and everything, and so I always mess with them too, like oh yeah, we gotta do all this and be like that for you guys. How about you watch Earth, channel station Earth for like a week, and then like just give us a minute and we'll talk. It's like you can't be up there like you're sentimental and emotional about how, because we talk, but we, you know what I mean? Like we're used to emotions down here. And I know that's rare in the universes or whatever in our solar system, right? And so to us, or to them, we seem, we're these amazing, creatures, but it's like crazy at the same time, right? So it's just like, all right, well, calm down. You want us to use our discernment? Yeah. How about you give it a shot? Like go on down and see how, it's like, don't worry, Michael's here to help. So it's really funny, like because there's so much of that out there. There's so much of the like this scenario and that scenario and what timeline and what this and that. No, listen, if anybody in the universe, all the universes ever created, come up to you and want to do anything, just first off, no, right away. What have we learned on Earth? Earth is the quick learning, the faster learning. That what? So they don't know? No, 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 no. Okay, first of all. Second of all, we're going to spend some time talking about where you come from, where I come from, what our plans are, what we're going to do right now, why you're even talking to me, why I'm even talking to you, and that's how we have to be on Earth. So especially, and that's a big, misnomer, because you don't want to get hijacked in the spiritual space going like, oh, love and light, it's just love and light. No, no, and no, we're here to put things back into check. So there's so much more going on than we even realize, right? If we are these beings that are connected to source, and source is our only connection and only connection you ever need, and any being from anywhere, right? So this is where everything comes from. The idea of flash of lights, the idea of this and that. A flash of light in a higher dimension, they see more colors, they have more lights, they have more energy, more frequency. They can make a flash of light easily and just show it to you. You know what I mean? It's like, especially we have all this technology, it's all been reverse engineered. Anybody who's looking at anybody else and saying that they're a god, The only reason they're doing it is because they can do something else or they know something more. But what is magic to the magician but a skill? So anybody from anywhere comes up to you and says, I'm God. Uh-huh. What have we learned, everyone on Earth? What have we learned? Okay, we have to take this into a freaking infinite verse, infinite verse, infinite. Think of that. Why are we here learning these lessons? We got to go all the way out there, everywhere, and do the same thing, right? Perhaps, hopefully not, right? We can get into details if you want. Right? I'm trying to speak generally here. So yeah, all of this stuff we're learning here, all of this, right? We gotta learn it fast. We gotta learn it fast, right? Coming together as people, creating the magic that we want, not the magic that. If you say you want something, it implies that you don't have it. Kiss my behind, okay? We're creators, and manifestation takes moments of time and energetic changes. So if I want something and I'm making myself more embodied within having that thing and I'm focused on that thing, you can still say you want it, but if you're embodying it, right? We get things we don't even want. And I even know I was embodying it. It's like, so the point of the voice and the intention is the alignment. So if we're not aligned, the manifestations come in like that, so it's, yes, you don't want to say, I want, that's what people are saying, but it's energy. It's like I've always said on the show, we use words to describe what we're saying, not we use words to limit what I'm trying to express to you guys. No, I'm going to express it fully with every single word in the book and words that aren't even in the book. Wait until all that comes from or starts happening, the light language. The idea of you knowing languages that, or remembering languages that you've never known, right? What if you already know them? You probably do, but can't really. Right? Where are you going to figure that out? How's everybody doing? Hey, Tina's here. Love you. Thanks for hopping by. Yeah, Merlin got good vibes today. What's up, Sarah Jansu? Hi. What's up to you guys? Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. Much reason to give thanks over and over and over again, right? For this place, this experience, even, the hurt, the pain, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, right? And the concept of connecting your soul to your soul, right? It aligns everything. It's what we're seeking. And the magic is you. I say it all the time, right? The videos, right? 100% of the time, one video to just, you are the magic. What you believe is what's going to happen in your life, right? The rest of the stuff you can't, and that's, again, don't get caught in that. Don't get, how are we going to, because I've done that millions of times with them. And when you talk to the higher dimensional, it's just like, all right, give me your boss, give me your boss, give me your boss, right? If you even got a hierarchy, I'm only going to address all of you, and I'm not even going to listen to a hierarchy. You know what I mean? Like, it's, what have you learned on Earth for real? That's what you keep. Create lemonade out of lemons. That's what we know how to do, right? Be thankful for this experience that your soul chose to come on for a reason, very, very important reason, and it wasn't to watch the Kardashians. Shout out, Kim. It's going to be my reference for the rest of my life. Just know that now. But at the same time, you're here to do exactly those things, and you make them all out of love, man. See, everything. Oh, I know. As long as your magic is your own, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, it only matters as much as you let it matter. But, if you're putting bad out, well, it's going to come back to you, right? It doesn't matter in some mental authoritative rules kind of way. It matters in the universe and in you. The laws of the universe are inside of you. You are the laws of the universe, right? And if you want to connect to the solar logos or the galactic, and then, and all these different logos, again, that's just you worshiping something, something else. Not here to do that. We're here to understand. We're here to learn how to transmute. We're here to say, no, I don't need to take that pill. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to heal my own body, right? And how I'm going to do it? I'm going to do it with water, fasting, fruit, veggies, whatever. And I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to focus on this until this is done, right? You get to decide. Stop letting, we're used to growing up and being told, and like, what is the world? And how do we do this? And what do we do that? We're already set up to ask what to do, right? And then anytime we try to do what we want to do, right? I mean, think of the extreme cases. Think of any kid, right? Eventually, that gets kicked out of them. No more screaming, no more showing too much joy. Especially if you're a real man. All that shit again. Excuse me. And that too. Real man. I mean, because I hear him too. I see him too. But when I see it, I see like, a powerful person. It's not about, it's like, but then it's just like, but then male or male, female or female. It's energy. It's natural. We're getting so, and the magic is in you. The magic is what you, it's like, okay, it's like the sheep, the monk guy, he said, or whatever, the master sheep says, any practice, as long as you're focused on your practice and you're growing from your practice, is good. There's no wrong practice. We didn't come here to learn how to do someone else's magic. I didn't come here to learn how gematria is going to solve all my problems, or astrology is going to solve all my problems. And I'm not knocking them, right? I love them. Right? They're fantastic, amazing, like higher ways of looking at things, and that's what we need. But we need to keep going. The planet, how is the planet created? How are we created? How is the planet? If we're the creators and we have the souls, and the souls are within the planets, and all of this is connected. Don't get stuck in the dogmas. Don't get stuck when you're doing breathing meditations, when you're doing any kinds of meditations. When you learn it from someone, you see how it feels for you, and then you just do it or you don't do it again. The reality is you can make your own meditations, because your own body has its own rhythm and its own uniqueness to this whole plan. It's not that we all have a piece of the puzzle. We are a piece of the puzzle, every single one of us. So we need to fit in. And when you breathe and you learn how to breathe your own ways, right? Yes, learn how to do it, because I had to learn all that too, right? That's the whole progress, or the path coming out of so much. When you look at when you think of the world and everything, there's so much there, and none of it matters, right? And this came to me too recently. Shout out Sarah. I was talking to Sarah about it, where I've said on the show before how, like, oh shoot, did I lose it? There's two references now. Let's see, I just lost it. Darn it. Give it back later. Okay, give it back in a minute. I'm gonna keep going here and see if it comes back. But that connection where I've always felt like I've been watching the same thing over and over and over. This isn't what I wanted to say. Dang, I think this is kind of it. And we're all doing that, and your magic is created from within you, as the being that you are when you came here. I don't know, it was whatever I was just saying. I don't know, I can't even tell you, Sarah. You'd have to scroll back and see where I was going right before I stopped, and then you might know from there, because it's totally gone. It's so funny. Merlin, don't worry about it. But it's all right. Let's reset. Let me take a sip of water. I don't want to keep going, because then it's just going to go forward and it can jumble away. Let's just. But the idea of, right, of the world that we're coming into, the world that we create. So it's like right now they're creating the omniverses or the metaverses, right? And all this in the virtual reality. Well, think about this. Virtual reality is 3D, right? What does that mean? That means we're now creating 3D. So what D are we on, guys? Right? You want to think of it one way. But this concept of, being creators, but getting it twisted, right? Getting it into your, so this is a limitation, like with the, the meanie guys out here, that or wherever they are, any meanie guys in any what did he say, regressives, anyone who's regressive, who's holding things back, who's, they're only holding themselves back, right? And so apply that to yourself. We're here to learn from them. We're here to learn from ourselves. We're here to learn from each other. But the learning is you, and this is that. Thank you, Merlin. Right, right. Okay, he's saying your creational abilities lie within the magic that's your passion, the magic that's your essence, the magic that is you. He's just like, we cannot express this enough. He's saying, like, open your all the way up what and who you all are, and as beings, as souls. For any one of you to have a limiting thought is literally a disrespect to who you are and what you are. When you realize your creational abilities, just he's saying, like, just like beings that are just 1D or 2Ds above us, right? Like, to us, those were the gods. It was them. They came and boom, boom, boom. This was saying earlier, right? When you understand that you're connected to this prime creator source of all of the creations that are here, that are in the galaxy, that are in, yes, your body's just your body. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. It's like I was saying this morning, your body, when you wake up in the morning, do some jumping jacks. You know what I mean? When you roll out of bed, squeeze fetal, and then, stretch out like this, right? Then do some this, touch your body, because now your soul back in your body, wake it up, right? We got to do these things, right? You don't have to get in this crazy exercise thing, but your chi flow, your magic, it has to flow through you, especially everything that you've just downloaded over the nighttime, right? You wake up in the morning. Don't wake up and rush off to work. I mean, sure, you're going to rush off to work, whatever, but wake up, roll over a couple times, feel good. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Your magic is everything that they're trying to stop us from doing and talking about. It's why we all love being kids, because we have filters. Like, I had a kid and I was filtering out, says blah 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 blah, and I'm offending people, maybe, I don't know why, because it's their problem. I'm not trying to offend anybody, right? It's like, and that's why it's magical as a kid, right? The kids are past, or even like if it wasn't so good, it was still like better as a kid, maybe, I don't know, unless you like broke free and now you're free as an adult, in which case, rock on, there's always exceptions. What are y'all saying? A piece of the you're a piece of the puzzle. We are the piece of the puzzle. Yeah, yeah. That was it. Don't take my words and mix them up. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, that way, love you. Tapped in your passion. Yeah, no doubt. That passion is you. Everyone wants to make magic. Everyone wants to manifest things. It's a lot easier to manifest within your body the feeling of what you want than it is to, like, manifest it out there, right? And throwing your energy out there to be caught up in the mix. This is a big thing. So recently, I've been shouting out Alex Collier's Andromeda contact videos. You guys got to check them out. But the one speaker on there talks about the Merkaba, you know, and how we have to be careful with the Merkaba. And the Merkaba is really kind of like a box system, and it's keeping us in the dodecahedron. So if you do a dodecahedron and then you like change its shape, it changes, but it's limited like into a box, you know, or whatever. I don't know. You'd have to watch all its work. But he even said, you know, there's a lot of these things, you know, a lot of the, so if we're taught the next higher dimensional stuff, and then we go up to that, but then someone above them is teaching them higher dimensional stuff, and then someone above them is teaching them higher dimensional stuff, right? Well, then it's going to get conjumbled all the way through and all the way down until you get everywhere. It's like the, you know, hearsay or the grapevine, you know, eventually gets halfway across the world and it's a whole nother story, you know. Alex Collier, 2L's IER. Check them out. Watch all those videos, man. You'll get caught up. So according to the Andromedans, I'll kind of try and sum up his stuff. I don't want to steal any of it or something like that, but yeah, according to the Andromedans, in 1993, a turquoise color. So there's 11 creational dimensions, and based like the Dracos and whatever, they basically like took over the control because they're highly advanced and very powerful, warlike, you know what I mean? So they took over the creational in this galaxy, in this, again, I don't know, you'd have to watch stuff. But essentially what happened is there's a 12th D that in 93, all the black holes that they know of that are in space in this galaxy started emanating a frequency, and it freaked everybody out, right? And so it's like a turquoise color, and it's what it is a holographic projection and an overlay over the 11 dimensions below it, and it's pulling up everyone. So 3 is going to 4, 4 is going to 5. Some might jump higher, you know, who knows, whatever like that. So, and what they say is that essentially through their manipulation, well, not, I don't want to take their words or my word, but I'll just say best I can. Essentially, because we're so many years, so many thousands of years of being manipulated, genetically modified, all this types of stuff, we have all the DNA in us, and we have our own unique souls, which weren't given to us by someone, right? Or them or something. They're ours. They're ours. And it doesn't mean that there isn't a creator that created them. Doesn't mean, but that's us. You know what I mean? Like that's you. That connection is all. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody else in between. I don't need a politician or anybody like that. You know what I mean? I don't need a this D, that D, this D. I need no D's. No D's for me, please. Because that 0 point is everything. I mean, all of these things are steps, are tools for us to learn our true connections. And yeah, like, you know, does it mean you're going to find out you have a Pleiadian side? I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? That's all part of it. But okay, hi Pleiadians. You know, what's up? You know, now what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, it's this worship shit. It's this worship shit that we got to get over. That's why I shared on the one dude talking about island boys. Only in America, only on this planet would island boys even be considered. You know, and I'm not saying that not good for them. Hey, use it, but at the same time, you know, that's not what we need to be doing if we're ever gonna get away from that kind of stuff. So, but hey, I respect your freedom as long as you respect mine, and that's all it is. Ain't no hatred. It's all love. You know, but it shows you our creations are literally the reason we're going to have a rapture is because the whole planet thinks we are. They don't know what we are, who they are, what we are. Right? We have to be making it. are. So we are want to manifest, we want to do all this stuff. Throw it all, throw it all out. I'm serious. Throw it all out and just realize that you already are, and you can, and you will, and you live on forever, and you're a creator, and nobody has the right to do anything to you without your full consent. Conscious, subconscious, unconscious, all of it, period. Right? And then, but hey, we live in a tough world. Sometimes we got to make tough choices and it gets scary out there, But all we all need to do is ask ourselves, right? If you make that choice, right, thinking it was going to be better for, yourself, your family, the future, but you got to live with that now, knowing that you made that choice, right? That's on you. Once this is all done and over and you're gone, family's gone, the only thing that's going to be left is that hopefully not guilt that you feel, because what are we? What is I shared? What dreams may come, too. Where he's like, if you, who are you? What are you? You're because he was drowning in the water, and he's like, if you cut off all your limbs, threw them away, would you still be you? He's like, what about my brain? It's like it's a body part. You get rid of your brain, are you still going to be you? Are you still going to be, And hey, if we don't, and then we just plop down on the ground, well, then it's just like, well, then hey, we tried to live a good life anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it goes, guys. Pretty sure with like 100% certainty that that's not what happens. If you're a clone, your body's a clone, you'll plop down to the ground, sure. Well, I mean, anybody, as soon as the soul leaves. Anyways, all right. Yeah, his videos. I just watch the longer ones because he kind of he'll go over some of it, same stuff in some of them, but there's a little bit more here and there. But like you could watch like three long 3 hour 2 hour ones, and you're probably done with it all. But essentially, what they call is the patal. So I guess we're the patal, or these beings. And so the reason why, what happened was when they were, they were taking control over everything, and essentially, they found out who we are because of our extreme of emotions, because we weren't controlled, right? We weren't we weren't acting like the populace, like the normal population, right? That they've been controlling for all this time, is, my understanding yet. So essentially what's happened is creator, prime creator, whatever you want to call it, source, which is us, have come in to infiltrate everything. But we don't know, because we're in this dimension. We've come in here with all the abilities, all the capabilities, all the knowings within us, built within us. That's why a lot of us feel like, masters at some things in some life. It's why we have all these connections, or it's why we like what we like. It's why we're natural, people who are green thumbs or whatever, It's like there's certain things that we're amazing at, particularly. But we came in. So, well, again, this is my sort of extrapolation from it all, right? And so they find out who we are, so they're trying to hold us back, because basically we're going to take all of this back. And that's why it's like crucial that you constantly create. Anytime you have a negative thought, it's not yours. Period. Number one, right? That's why I said throw it all away, right? What is it? Throw it all out, because you're everything. You're so much more than all of it. Hey, Marjorie, how's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like, so we came in and we have all this abilities, and they're trying to hold us all back. And that's all that it is. So there's a ton of souls that are straight from source, that are here to help. The only thing is we don't have, the technologies, the access to all the technologies, right? And so what's going to happen when they talk about like, setting up, doing a show, the government's going to throw UFOs in the sky. I mean, you can look at like, what is it? The Nazis. The Nazis were building a UFO. Like, there's documents that have pictures. It was in the 50s. You know, like if you see UFOs in the sky, that's like people are going to be, oh my gosh, no, no, guys, sorry, come on, we're freaking universal beings, man. Like from in every single dimension that is in this creational realm, we have access to. And that's what they're trying to repress, and they're trying to tell you how to talk, how to think, how to this, what to say, what not to say, how you should act, how you shouldn't act, because we made a standard in society. Well, guess what I'm here to do for society? You know what I mean? Like, watch me do my own, and I'll blow yours right out of the water. You know what I mean? Because everyone's going to have everything they could ever need in my society. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And the simple fact that you or I, or when people think like this, we're light years more qualified to be president of the United States or president of fucking anything. 100, who you guys are, who we are, right? And so the Patal, they say, is from the legends, or the, you know, the history of the Draco. So the Draco have, you know, a history going back, and they refer to the creators, and they're known as the Patal. But the fact that it started once this 12V overlay came from the the black holes, and then we're here. We came like this vibration, this energy of knowing all of the 11, right, in the 12, which then applies 13, 14, 15. I mean, it keeps, but this creational realm is getting changed, and so that's why they notice it was us, and that's why they're trying to, and then essentially to, I guess, like years in the future, they traced it back to this point in time where tyranny like took over the galaxy in the future, and so it eventually affected other races in the galaxy and stuff like that. So you know, I had to give them crap. Oh, now you care? Okay. Oh, now you care? Talking about why should we care about the humans? They don't, and they're right. Like, they're right. They say they see us and they say they kill their own people. Like, they, you know, people pass laws and nobody stands up. You know, they're poisoning the food. They're poisoning. You know, everyone keeps shopping at McDonald's. You know, no offense, I'm just saying. You know, like, the people aren't ready for, like, y'all don't even respect yourselves or the planet you live on. What good are you to the galaxy, right? Is what some beings say, and I don't blame them at all. Watch one episode of, you know, reality TV, and you'll probably feel the same way. What is this offering the universe? Barbie dolls? You know, yeah, we got those. We got those. All right, we don't need. You know, so we don't use it. But you know, there's other ones who believe that, you know, it's worth something, and that's where I come from. Hey, I got to, right? It has to be, like, it has to be. Um, so we have to prove ourselves to them, to the lesser than half, you know, that said no, give them a chance. And so what's happening is, that's the idea, is the cleanup is, we're going to be left to our own devices, but we're going to get all the negativity out of here, and then it's going to see what we're going to do. And I'm just like, freedom. I'm like, yes, as soon as they're gone, it's going to be great. I mean, maybe not right away, but it's like, as soon as there's people not oppressing people, we're going to flourish. Like, get. What good are we for the universe? You guys can't even handle our emotions. You guys get upset if we say something. You guys get out of here, you know, because they do say it's, you know, how it's amazing how we can go from love, from totally arguing, you know, like I said, shout out mom, me and mom, you know, yelling and yelling, right, you know, as a kid or whatever, and then, you know, what do you want for dinner? You know, 10 minutes later, you know, I go in my room, she's in the living room, you know, and cool off. 10 minutes later, you know, now that we argue, we're hungry, you know, so now we gotta eat, so we gotta go, So we hate each other, but we love each other. Like there's no consistency on Earth. I mean, hey, no, there is, but I mean, it makes sense when you think of. So again, taking like we got to think way bigger, way bigger, way bigger, right? And when we do that, just like you think of your body, you're gonna take care of your body again better. You're gonna take care of this planet. You're gonna take care of, you know, it's just how it works because you want to evolve. So evolve. So start doing this stuff, you know. And that's why it's tough. It ain't easy. We know, but that's why it's so important. That's why you're so important, right? Because according to some of them, they say we're royalty. We're in this, I would say, within this galaxy, this dimension, within these realms, right? Because we have all the DNA, genetic lineage from all of these races, and then what was the one he's talking about? A lot of this stuff we have to be careful because if we're grounding energy like into Earth, like that's us putting our energy into where they may have things set up to draw that energy. So it's like really important, when we're doing certain things, because we want to feed the higher timelines. We want to feed the higher energies, the good energies, feeling good. You want to feed yourself. It's all of it. It's all real, you know, like aliens of all kinds, shapes, sizes, looks like insects, looks like dogs, looks like cats. Real, right? Reality check for the world. It ain't about you or your 99 problems, right? I mean, but it is because as we do those, we fix them all. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, you have to do those, but it's not like you don't let it go. You know what I mean? Like it's something you had to do, whatever on Earth. Hey, at the end of all this, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be sitting there waiting for all this. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna personally walk all of us or like meet all of us. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I die first or something, I don't know what. It's like don't worry. Don't. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing it. What do you want to create every day? What do you want to do? You know, I feel like this on my back. Like I just said, roll around in bed in the morning when you get up. Right. Everything. Go. Child pose. Stretch your back. Roll over on one side on your legs. Keep them tucked, and then roll back on the other side. Just keep your legs tucked. Stretch them out. Go put your leg over your head as much as you can, right? Stretch little something. Chi flow, magic, magic, magic. Thank you. Sorry, Merlin. I hear you. I know I was going for a while there. Um, what do you want to say, bro? and, and that's what it comes down to. Okay, yeah, thank you. So that's what he's saying. So if you are the ultimate creators, okay, then you get to create what you want, but you have to be responsible for it. That's it. You know, um, how do you want to feel? What do you want to do? How do you want to this? What do you want to do that? When you see something, oh my gosh, is there going to be the, it's like it's like horror movies, right? Oh no, it's a horror movie and you're instilling fear and it's this, yeah, we know. The vibration, if I'm good with the vibration, it's fine, right? Now listen, now as in a higher dimensional realm, we wouldn't have any of that sort of stuff happening. Okay, like what I mean, like if we're in a higher galactic, whatever dimensional, we're not going to be showing movies of myrtleization. Period. So I agree. I agree. But part of what you are, and that's why we have so much to transmute. Part of what you are, who you guys are too, as creators, as the souls, that no one really knows where you came from because the souls and the vibration, the frequency just started emanating out of the black holes, right? And so to be in, the all creators, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Why not? Like, why? Like, if you go around and you say, I'm an infinite creator, and start telling people, they're going to say no. Right? And why? You know what I mean? like, because, so it's interesting because it's kind of like, that's that whole reality. I've been there, done that, like I said before, like, no, 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 you haven't. Because you wouldn't be sitting on the couch then, or whatever. Like, whatever you did is not what I'm trying to do. Because it's that mentality that holds us back. That mentality, like, oh yeah, right. It's not real. It's not realistic because we're creator beings, active, real-time creator beings, So it's the idea of like, oh, you live in fantasy world. Oh, you're like, you know, like kids run around. I'm Batman. Clearly he's not Batman. No, no. The only way he's gonna be Batman one day is if he keeps believing he's Batman. So they're knocking creation out of you right away. Right away, all of us. It's not realistic, man. It's totally realistic, but nobody here seems to care. That's the only reason it's not here, is because if everybody cared more about Batman's, it'd be a world full of Batmans. Okay. Problem is you and your grumpy ass, or your political, or your system, or your education, trying to educate me out of my creatorship, my creator abilities. And so that magic is all of that shit. All of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. What you didn't like, what you did do like. Passions. That's your creations. That's your energy. That's your flow. When you do your breathe, when you do Tai Chi, when you get to a certain point, whatever, I always say, just reference Tai Chi, Qi Kongs. It's not about like, okay, learn this Tai Chi, learn that Qi Kong, learn this. It's learn your own, right? Everyone, you can make your own movements by yourself, right? You could do some weird, goofy thing you think, and then, nobody calls it a form, right? So is it a form? A lot of the fighting, right? Shaolin, all that came from fighting. That was mostly for fighting, a lot of that. And then the meditation and the spiritual and the energetic pathways, right? And you have those, and so, I mean, like, we can learn them all, but knowing where yours is and how it is, you don't need to reference the book. I mean, like, you can be like, it's great. That's what's fun, I think, about figuring things out, but like, if it's on meridian line, M136, and it's going down this side and it goes up here, I mean, it can help you, right? But then now if you're gonna think that, right, and then you're like, okay, I want that energy to go there, and then now you're gonna make the energy go there because you believe it. So you've come first. The books come second, all the time. Like, and so, because it's like, so if I feel energy in my body flowing through, and there's somewhere where there's a blockage or something, or I'll feel it die down, there's a difference between if it's ending its cycle, or, which it never ends, energy never, ends, but, or, changing into something else because it hit a different part. There's all kinds of reasons, right? And I don't need to read 1,000 books, and neither do you guys, in order to figure out what you already are, but of course, like, yeah, we know absolutely nothing as babies, so it's like, but see, that's the thing. Here's the thing too. We learn it in the way that we learn it, so we think that we're starting from scratch and we know nothing. Babies already know a ton of shit. They're sprouting with information. That's why you got to listen to them. Don't knock down what they're saying, because you're going to learn from them. They're turned on. They got more DNA than we got now. What is the chromosome? Not the chromosome. Like something where we got 26, now they got 28. It's not a chromosome. Is it a chromosome? Or something guy was saying. Some of the kids now, they got a whole nother set of, it's not chromosomes. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's something where it's coming. But unlocking these things within ourselves, like the kids would have figured it out. We would have been like, so how come Batman, when I try to fly, I can't fly like Batman? And be like, well, okay, it's gravity. You just got to explain that. And gravity, by the way, according to Andromedans, they say is caused by the sun, the radiation from the sun. It has nothing to do with what we think, but that's just what they say. I'm here to argue, right? Alex will tell you too. Alex is doing awesome. Our moment so we can rebuild. Yeah, lights in the sky. That might not even be a real UFO. They want to make use fear them. Yeah, exactly. Fearing all the that's what I mean. It's all fear. It's all fear control. Everything. This is why from 3 years old I never bought it. Some people believe in Jesus, some people don't. Okay, got it. 3 years old, right? I wish I could give that to everyone. That whole, because it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. We spend so much time on Earth, and they're amazing creations, but we spend so much time in a limited scope of what we could be creating because we lost the imagination, right? We shut that part down. We let it get shut down. So it's not that anything's bad or good. Like I'm saying, I like to go over it, but because that's the only way I can get to the explanation. You know what I mean? I have to snake my way through. I have to talk about this so it triggers you, so you know what subject I'm on and you're listening. And then I got to challenge you, and then I got to explain the challenge, and then I got to explain how it's the same thing as something else. You know what I mean? This is how we got to. So your creations. No, I want to talk about your creation. Your creations are your creations. So learning about, and what are your, okay, so now let's go higher. Okay, what are your creations? Your creations are, and we've said this before, right? Your creations are the reason why you feel the way you do, not thoughts, right? So he's saying, right, like whether it's good or bad, if you see something and you don't like it, that's a good thing because you now know what your creation maybe was or what. See, slowing down, right? Knowing what you're creating, your intentions, then your thoughts, excuse me, then your actions, your emotions, your feelings, and when you do that, you start to create for yourself. You start to think for yourself. You start to be yourself. And don't be blinded by the shiny objects. Just shiny objects. You knew how shiny you were, you wouldn't want any of that stuff. You'd only want yourself. You realize you already have everything you've ever wanted because you are everything that you've ever wanted to be. It's why you feel the way you feel about all the things that you feel about. But if you can learn to detach yourself from the outcomes, just share, come to understanding, come to knowing, come to, love. That has to be your anchor. Anchor yourself within yourself. Don't put your anchor out there. Don't put your anchor on other, you know. Sure, there's great people out there inspiring people. I mean, you know what I mean? That's great. That's your family. Why are they inspiring to you? Because that's your brother. That's your sister. Right? They're talking about the same shit. Like the Will Smiths. I saw the Will Smiths talking about it, right? Hey, he's doing good too. Keep it up, Will. Just we gotta put it all down. Seriously, put it all down. And it's the hard lesson, I think, is we come from a place of learning. We come from the world society, learning, talking, sharing, trying to figure things out, blah, 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 blah. And the only way to figure it out is by putting it all down. Right? Because like I said, we're so caught up in the rabbit holes of figuring out, but we forgot It's like in an argument, in a debate. If you don't prove this one fact, you can't just ignore it and keep going. Politicians do that all the time. You know what I mean? Like you ask them the question and then they just start talking about something. I was like, no, bitch, you didn't answer this one. If you can't answer this one, you shouldn't even be on stage. You know what I mean? There's that. It's like if A equals B, but then B equals C. Well, now if you don't equal B, we can't get to C. It was probably a really bad reference. I'm not really thinking logically on this one. But like, you know what I mean? You can't jump to C, right? You didn't even fix B. Like, but now we gotta, you know, and literally we have industries of people paying and learning to be water experts to figure out how we can have fresh water. Like, we have a whole entire industry, you know, and it doesn't mean it's not a great endeavor as a person. Like, yeah, I think we should figure that out. They don't even know that it's already figured out, right? They don't even, you know, most of us, we don't even realize. They already know this stuff. They already have the technology. They've had it for a long time, you know. We've had it for a long time, but it's not released. That's why I say government, they just need to start letting out the technology. That's the safest way they're going to get out of this. That's the safest thing. That's the best thing to do. They're going to keep holding it back, holding it back, holding it back, and then it's all just going to have to blow up one day, you know, unless we start to realize what's going on and wake up. Like, I'm talking about bigger than anybody else that's waking up out there right now. I don't care what you call yourself, where you think you're from. You know what I mean? And that's why you anchor in yourself. So if you're learning to trust somebody else and they're saying, you know, loving things, right? But something feels off, you wait, and that something feels off. Stop stop listening to what you're being told, right? That's how we're programmed to information. Right? More and more information, more and more information, right? Internet. Now we're going to have virtual reality every freaking where. We're going to put on glasses. It's going to be like Free Guy. We'll be walking around the streets getting run over by cars. I mean, it's going to be stupid out there. You know? Like, that's what I said about Pokemon, right? Cryptos. Once Cryptomon comes out, it's over with because that's real life money. Like, and there are going to be groups of kids at these places knocking each other out trying to get that rare Pokemon. Like, this gonna be crazy. That's why we need the virtual world. That's why they're going to create the virtual worlds, which is again going to keep people stuck inside their houses. We got to go outside again, guys. Can't let this artificial creator see. That's the whole thing. This, you know, like, I'm not knocking people who are like engineers, right? You know what I mean? But it's like there's a lot of stuff we got to really start creating. Like, we got to start getting out of the, you know, I don't know. But that's what we learn. Our discernment. Like I said, anchor the love in your heart. Anchor what you know in your heart. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Don't let it hold you back. You know, like me, I've always just wanted to sing. I just want to be a lead singer. Fuck it. Excuse my French. I just want to sing, or I want to. I don't know. Singing sounds good. But I never was like, you know, I was always like, I mean, there's just no way. Even though I was, you know, at one point, you know, lead singer in a band in high school, you know, like for a very short time. But then another friend, we were going to start another band. I mean, you know, and it's just interesting, you know, how we limit ourselves, you know, within reality. Been there, done that. Oh, you're going to be a singer? Oh, yeah, you're going to be the next singer? Man, just go away. You know, jeez, my dad, so annoying. I'm gonna go sing. You know, oh my God, are you singing again? Oh, save me. You know, I'm gonna sing in your face. No, that's just rude. But, you know, it's just like we gotta start allowing, because then you allow that with your kids and you open yourself up to that and you get used to the fact that they sing, right? Like, really, is it like so? It's so bad on my ears now. Like, if it's really bad, like, then yeah. But like, if they're just singing off, they're yelling in the bedroom, who cares? You know, like, if they're right, it's just, but there's so much limitation. Oh, I see it everywhere. I see it in the way people think they're moving forward and they're just limiting themselves, you know. And I see that in the spiritual community. We see that a lot, right? We need to change all of it. I don't care if you're Ra. I don't care if you're, you know what I mean? Especially the stories of the gods. They murdered their brothers, their sisters. They were at war. They were fighting, and we're worshiping them. Listen. Shout out to you guys. But this is why I say I'm just going to call them energies, from now. But we got to use the words. Merlin's here. Merlin. He's like in a whirlwind. He's just like, but like he's totally calm. Like that's just his space. He's just like he's in like a grid. He's just like, boom. I have to draw it out. That would be crazy if I could draw it. There's no way. This is way too big of a room and grids to me to draw all that out. He's got colors flying out. It's just like, what do you want to do? Well, peace on earth would be a good idea. Somehow, I mean, I don't, let the universe take care of the rest, right? He said, okay, let's go. We'll show you the way. Follow your passion. What is your passion? Right? You have every reason to tell everybody to get out of your way because I need to make this place better, right? I don't care if you don't have a degree or you don't have this, or you don't have, like, you know what I mean? It's so simple, so simple. The reason we get lost in the mix is because we're getting it too complicated. We're trying to think, no, stop. If we can't sit down at the bench at the park, have a sandwich, and just talk, then this ain't gonna be whatever. It's too complicated. It's too, because the reality is, while we're trying to fix all of these things like science and this and that and the other, I mean, we could solve all of the world's problems just by feeding people, growing the proper foods and feeding people and giving shelter. It'd be done. We could literally live in paradise on a 3D world. You know what I mean? The reason for the duality isn't just because we're in 3D. The duality is because we're all getting knocked off our centers by all this stuff. Get rid of all the bad, get rid of all the oppression, the suppression. Let the 3D place thrive with people who want to create and live here, who want to, and sure, we're going to be idiots at times. We're going to grow up. We're going to, you're going to have hormones. You're going to have, things you think and you don't because you're still young, like it's going to happen normally anyways, but it's not going to be that, that terrible. That's why I say there's more good people on the earth than we're giving ourselves credit for. If these things were really going on, like something was bad, like people knew about the philias out there, you know what I'm saying? We would stop it. Like if it was in my community and we all had a community, we're like, this is a thriving community. As soon as we heard about that, done, right? Calling the troops, send a pigeon to the next village, round everybody up. We gotta make fly somebody's upside the heads. We gotta time out some people, and we're gonna need, what I mean? There's way more good people. We got bought by the technology. We got awed by the lights and shiny things, whatever. I mean, there's a whole reason for it all. It's war. It's been wars. Galaxy has been at war for a long time, with for a lot of different reasons. And, again, we get specific, but I don't know all the specifics, but, and that's, so all of it, like the systems, the spiritual, the this, that, and this, I mean, I love it all, right? We love it all. We want to do it all, but that's 0 point. You can only have everything when you have nothing. You know what I mean? Because you can't have everything. It's not possible unless you're creator of it all, right? Like prime creator source, that dude. That's the only one who has all of this, and that's only what's down here. What created him? You know what I mean? Whatever, boom. That is why it's consciousness. They call it the Tao or the isness, right? It just is, and it's aware that it is, and that's all it needs. Consciousness, right? Because I hate to say it, because I'd like to know myself. But we're not going to know. There's not a definitive answer of who created it, right? Because then it goes up one more, 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 over and over and over and over and over and over again. Unless it's like a circle. And it just keeps going, right? It is itself, and within itself, it is, all of its creations. And so the idea of like, I don't know, learning this, going out of here, going out of there, it's just us. It's that, here's the real reality part. Been there, done that. We're just souls, man. We're just here, It ain't that complicated. All these systems. We don't need none of them. We don't need none of them. We need a water, food, shelter, friends, family, adopt a friend system. That's all we need. And then, we'll take care of the rest. Right? We literally got to get rid of everybody in the way. And that's going to take all of us waking up and spreading these messages, guys. That's the only way. Like, spend as much time as you want learning all the esoterics, all of this stuff. But what's most important is that you learn this esoterics. You know what I mean? Your esoterics. And so let's end on a positive note, because that's what I'm trying to say, right? It's like, love everything. That's what I'm saying. This is your reason to be fearless in this life. You are connected to source beyond anybody else in any place, anywhere. Kiss my ass, please don't hurt me. Because I don't, I'm just, but nobody, and that's the thing. So what is that? What does that mean? Please don't hurt me. What? A human? Okay, well, listen, body's going to go, or not. Hey, depends, right? But if it does, I'm still going to be here. So am I still going to be hurt? How are you getting hurt? That's why the war, they don't need to myrtleize everybody, even though they might want to, population control a little bit. But, they don't need to, they just need to mess with our heads, make us, hate ourselves, hate each other, make us feel guilty, like there's something out there that's judging you. I was like, listen, anybody can judge you. Right? That just says more about them than it says about you, right? If you're learning, you're trying to grow, make a mistake, it's fine. But we all gotta get over the human stuff, because we're all stuck in it. We're all stuck being humans because we can't get over human emotions. For all this ability that we have to go through everything we've gone through, to feel everything we've felt, and not blown up already, And that's the other thing too. We can't experience everything because we can't fit all of it into this body. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna experience everything or have everything. Get that out of your head. We gotta just be what we are, right? But when you realize that you have all control over that, yeah, sure, you're sitting there meditating, I'm all in control, and someone kicks the door down and knocks you out. You can't, hopefully you dodge, but I'm just saying, like, that's this place. So to sit here and tell people, like, oh, you just have to love them. No, I'm going to knock him out too, right? No, it's BS. This whole spiritual, no, because there's fighting in all the dimensions. I'm such a high D that I only have light and love. No, there's bad on those levels too. You could still create something and blow it up on accident, or something. It's like, that was a bad situation, but we made the best of it. It happens because we're people. We're a race of beings that's going to grow, that's going to move on into the galaxy. It's just, this is so much bigger than our human problems. But if we can't solve those human problems, you know what I mean? Like, then you're not gonna. That's why you got to figure out you as soon as you can, and get comfy, and start growing and start building you, you know. And then all that stuff falls in, like they say, you lead by example. Other people, you start shining your light, right? Whatever anybody says, right? It doesn't matter. I went to church and I dressed like a bum. Sorry, no one cares, honestly. Especially like a church. The second you walk on church and somebody's gonna judge you, time out. You can't. No, he's not coming to the sermon. He's not. He's not in the right mind. Actually, he needs to be in. Okay, we'll put him back. He actually needs it. That's why he's here. Right? Maybe that's why it happened. People judging. Like, what did they always say? The two grandmas or two ladies. In church. They're always talking smack about everybody. The gossiping. Like, oh, yeah, she praying to Jesus, all right. Like there's always those. And it's hilarious. Again, judgment. Whatever, I don't care. Even that. But that's, and in that way, it doesn't affect me. How we detach. And it's almost, it's that balance between having to detach on that level, but also being that detached, knowing that detachment, because how it can be powerful, words can be powerful. Then you really want to, watch what you say. And I'm like, I think about that all the time, because I want to blab to the end of the world, but it's just going to be confusing for people. But it doesn't mean I can stop. Like I kind of have to keep going. And when you think, like, so I think about myself, right? I'm a reflection of this world, right? And this world's a reflection of me, whatever. So how is anything I'm saying or anything you guys could say, what I mean? How's the people not understanding it? If they want to judge, they want to get mad, okay, fine. I said bye. Sorry it didn't work out. Conversation. We'll try again later, maybe. I don't know. But it's literally living in a world where you say something and then somebody else out there has like some inability to tell you what you meant. Listen, you can tell me how you interpreted what I meant and what it seemed like by my posture, how I was saying what I was saying, but that was just me playing, having fun, and being silly. So, I'm a Libra. Challenge accepted. Right? Can lie to anybody, right? But not me. I don't like it. You'll see me. I'll twitch. It's something else. You'll know when I'm on. Like it's out. Because I and that's why I don't. And usually I like to fib or tease or joke. Those are the fun ones. Like when you lie, like or what do they say, like when you're somebody has been in the hospital for a couple of days, and then, you walk and you see them, and then they're like, "Hey, how do I look?" And you're like, "You look great," and they got tube in their mouth. I mean, hopefully not. Okay, sorry, that's too visual. Right? It's like that. That's okay. A little while joking around, and again, because so where's that balance? If somebody's gonna say something, you're gonna take offense. Well, now you let go of your power. But now, if you say something and someone else takes offense, they let go of their power, right? But you have to be responsible for yourself and what you say. That's, I think, the key. You can't be responsible for what other people are going to say. You know what I mean? But you do want to be polite, obviously. But so in knowing what you're saying, there'd be no reason for you to say it in any way than just to say it. So a lot of this comes back to just like it's I don't know, what would you call this? Not giving a crap? I mean, really, that's like the only phrase we have, and that's so broad. It's probably bad one to use. It's literally just being solid, sealed, protected, and whatever interaction you have, because you're fearless, because you're a creator, because that at any point, no matter what you're going through, you can, if you wanted, right, you could do it at any time you want, yell at the top of your lungs, stop, right, or something, and then everybody's gonna stop, and then you're just gonna be like, whew, I just needed to feel like I had power again. All right, now I'm gonna go. Right? Like, at any point, really, you can get back in to yourself. You can, you know, um, the power's there. The magic is there. You're the creator. Merlin, let's drop it like it's hot. One more thing to say. Bravery, what's up? Approaching the kids move. Yeah. Excited for new opportunities along with knowing you miss them. Yeah. Like that's normal, bro. That's normal, right? Embrace, the fact that you get to experience that, right? You get to have the time where you got some time for yourself. You get to have the time. You know what I mean? It's always going to work for the reason, man, that it's going to work. And if you're someone who has that love and you're in that, you have that space of love for those kiddos, it'll always be there. You know what I mean? And the rest is going to be their journeys, or whatever else happens, but that's all we can do. That's all we can do, but appreciating that you have to, right? Especially all of us, right? Getting confused. They're trying to confuse the spiritual community left, right now. No more, no more, no more confusion. No more. I'm done. I'm done, right? You're going to put thoughts in your head. They're going to make you think this way, make you feel bad. Maybe, you know what I mean? All that, it's all out there. Soon as I see, you know how fast I turn things off nowadays. Like, soon as I'm, it'll even be like a Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. Shout out Joe Rogan. He's on point all the time. But he's like, a lot of what he does, he interviews a lot of people, so he gets a lot of opinion. You know what I mean? So, but I'll see something, say, no, I ain't watching the rest of this. What he's talking about. Joe, don't listen to him. Fears are grabbing at you. Yeah, man, like I said, there's going to be a good clearing coming on, so settle into it, accept it, right? Because it's here if you want, right? All these energies, settle into that knowing, right? When we understand, we remember we're doing this for ourselves with full knowing where we're already at and what are the best things that we can all do as souls to help each other, and those of us who know these things and can be strong enough to hold the love in our hearts and keep that there and know that we're okay and that we're good, that's a rare thing. That's a rare ability to truly have and be able to do, because everyone in the world was suffering from their inability to do it, or whatever, whatever, whatever it happens. It's emotions, human conditions, right? So it's not that they're not important, but they don't matter, right? Like energetically, when you meditate, you it's like, and you calm, you just know, and it's all good. I'm gonna be A-OK, right? When I see trouble come my way, I'll be making lemon. A-OK, right? Why? Because I choose to be so, and I've always chosen to be so. And so where I am right now is the most A-OK place I could conjure up for me within all of my ignorance, within not knowing jack squat for the most half of for all the way up until now. And then I'm learning more, and then I realized I don't know what I was thinking even a year ago. Dang it, right? Like, so the acceleration is here. It's in you. It's here. The energies are here. We can manifest faster. All of this, we have to really settle into who and what we are as energy, right? Thank you, Merlin. That's why some people can shapeshift, because they just change their energy and then they change their bodies. Yeah. We don't know how to do it yet, but it can be done. Imagine you could do that. Imagine you could. We're all worried about, like, oh no, it feels, I feel down today, and like, how do I change my energy? How do I change my energy? Right? If you can't figure out that by yourself, like not even needing to meditate, not even or you know what I mean, like in every moment, everywhere you go, changing the energy back to how you feel, right? How are we going to shapeshift? We can't even shift into ourselves. We can't even keep our energy straight and you know what I mean? Now imagine you could do all of that and completely change into a completely different being. That's a huge shift, you know, in energy. And to do that on the 3D physical material, like, you know, denser plane, like that's a lot of energy that you'd have to possess, you know, in order to do that. But it's totally possible. But you guys just don't understand the technology, right? What is magic to the magician? But a skill. You just don't understand, you know, that's why that's why you want to study, right? Right. And when you study on the inside, and you'll be brought to the things, right, that you need to know. The books will come to you. You know what I mean? The stuff that you really need. Because I know I'm saying we don't need any of it. You know, I'm always talking like that. You guys know, like I said, I snake through to illustrate my points. But you know, I had to learn it too. You know, I had to stand outside for half an hour, 45 minutes, you know, over and over again. You know, I tried to get to an hour, but I think I did a couple times. But you know, horse stance, you know, and whatever, you know, just literally walking, like 30% weight, 70% weight, you know, okay, shift 50-50, just literally like basic Tai Chi stances, you know, but you gain so much from the fundamentals, right? So by learning the fundamentals, right? And then you learn all the other stuff. You restructure your fundamentals, right? And then you keep with the fundamental, and they get stronger. Your fundamentals get stronger because you reinforce them with the additional information that's outside of you. But it starts inside of you, you know. They're saying always, you know, seek out masters and teach, but always understand it's just another person, or you know, if you will, it's only one other form of energy. The body is the vessel for your connections. Just take care of it, guys. That's all he's saying. Take care of it. Yeah, yeah. Instead of saying yeah. Instead of saying bad, just say bless him and her. Exactly. She's wearing a bonnet to the church. Exactly. It's them too. I'm thinking of Key and Peele, the whole bit. Love, hey, angel, love you. Yeah. Skate row, son. That's why I skate. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I love you, brother. Sister Angel. Always be better when I be here. Oh, that's good, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know, and knowing that this place is here because you're there, you already have that place. I think that's one of the biggest things that happens in the world because we want to fantasticalize everything, and so it's like we think, oh, let's go out, and oh my gosh, you know, like relationship. You never take me out, you know. Why? You don't know how to have fun? You know what I mean? Why is it my problem? What? I want to go out with you, but you don't want to do nothing that I want to do because you know, whatever. You know, it's you're there, so it's already fun, right? But we think that like we're constantly lacking. We need more. We're hooked on physical adrenal stimulation that defines if we're having fun or not, right? So it's literally a fight or flight that we're triggering in ourselves, and we wonder why we're stressed out and having anxiety in the world because we only trained ourselves to enjoy fun if it's like, you know, falling out of a plane, or you know, a roller coaster, risking your life, or you know, that's why people drinking and part, right? It's only fun if we do some kind of extreme, you know what I'm like, thing. So we've programmed ourselves that now when we're sitting at home or whatever, you and your girl just sitting on the couch. Now she's not the beautiful person that you saw, you know, when when you guys went out and then you went and got a drink and you look back and she was over there all dressed up great. You know what I mean? Like now it's not that. So it's not that anymore, babe. Right? You know, because I'm not dressed up again. Right? Well, listen, you aren't either, but I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that, right? What guy does that to his girl? Babe, you need to put some makeup on, right? But a girl will tell you all the time, you need to, why don't you? So funny. So it's like, no, I'm here. I'm here. Watch out. Right? You better sound alarms. And I'm dead serious, So I think of myself, what does this apply to for me? Well, why does Michael care more about peace on earth than anything else? Right? Because people say, well, you can't save the whole world, one person, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm pretty sure I can do it. Right? And so it's weird because of all the stuff that we've all been, I've been through, why do I still feel this way? So everyone out there is going to try and tell you you can't. Everyone out there. And again, like, what does that mean? I don't know. I just know I'm going to do it. Kiss my ass. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't get right. Again, we got to figure it all out. We got to figure it all out. Otherwise, no. We don't got to figure nothing out. You just need to be nice. That's all you need to do, and everything will come from there. So it's funny, like, but that's that connection. Who you are, who I am, is exactly this being that you know what I mean, or whatever, is just like this being who's here to embody every energy that it can and learn from everything. That's why I say I'm a deep end, right? I like to jump the deep end, although I really don't. I haven't done that in like a really long time because I know that there's sharks out there, and not the nice ones, the bad sharks, right? And I think we all do that, and so that's normal. So don't be like, oh, I limit myself. No, that's why, remember, you're at home because last time you went out, you got in a fight and then spent the night in jail, whatever. This is like last time you went to the bar, you know what happened. Don't go out again, but then sometimes you need to go. It's good. But again, that you see how we're deriving how we feel based on like external stuff, instead of just waking up in the morning and going like, well, I guess I'm going to play today. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, and then no. And like, I'm not playing because I don't have this or that. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to throw it over my head when I'm done with this video. And then I'm going to take awakening consciousness with me everywhere I go. Who cares? You know what I mean? Mess up the place, roll around in the mud. Everybody's we gotta get back to it, man. We gotta get back to it and get back to it hard. And we gotta start telling them, all of them, every single one of them, right? We should be fearless, right? You know what I mean? Like, to everyone. Like I say, like, I would rather be like talking with like, demons than like people, honestly. Is it weird? Is it weird? Because like, at least I would know. I feel like I would know. In Gnosis, I know. On Earth, but you don't know when and or if the person's going to snap out of it, and then everything they said did come true, or didn't now because they was negative, and then now so I knew not to engage in that, but I didn't know that if I didn't help that he would have made it anyways, or didn't just know. I don't know what to say. Lingering. It's just lingering. And it doesn't even make sense. Never made sense. We don't need it. We don't like it. We should be out there talking about all of this stuff with everybody. You know what I mean? You ain't afraid. That's what I don't want to hear. Right? That's why I had to make this channel, because it wasn't enough that I was telling everybody I would meet every single day at work. I'd be that weird guy, because I need to get this out at least once a week. So there's always like going to be one victim at work that's going to have to go through it, So they're like, we should make a channel. I'm going to go on YouTube, see how that goes. Oh my God, Dan Cortez on MTV. Hell, oh yeah, Extreme. Yo, yeah, Extreme Sports. He did sports, dude. Flashback, bro. Tell me needs peace. If they are happy, I am happy. Right, but now that gives away your power. If they are happy, you are happy. I fully agree. And that is the greatest gift you can give, right? But you can't do that because you can't. That's the trap of this place that they want you to get stuck in, right? Where it's infinite distractions and infinite problems to fix, and you're not going to be centered. That's what they want, because now it doesn't matter. Even if we see the problems or something and we're trying to help it, if we're caught up in it, it's working on us too. You know, no, no. I'm happy. I don't care how anybody else feels. I want infinite love, and I want everybody to be happy. That's what I want. That's what I pray for all the time since I got here. Like I say, Groundhog's Day to me, right? I'm not as interested in the day-to-day activities of the humans as I am of just like getting this big picture, this show on the road, this like world in peace, man. You know what I mean? That's the only important thing on earth, like, that we have to do. And then, yeah, it breaks down into everything, feeding people, blah, 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 blah. That's what's got us, we have to maintain our centers, our pillars, you guys, our pillars. Otherwise, we're not it. But this planet does, we're getting caught up in that mix. You can't. You know what I mean? And then shout out to anybody who's got kids. Like, I can't even imagine, right? I know you got them kiddos, so I can't even, right? But I'd still say the same thing. Even if I had to get there and it took me time, because you can't take care of your kid, especially kiddos. You can't take care of your kiddos if you ain't happy. They're not gonna be happy. You can't sit there and go like, "Are you happy?" And then they're looking at you like you're the parent. They're learning from you. They're learning what to do to be happy based on what you do that makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's always about us making ourselves happy. That's the misnomer. I'm sick of this selfless or selfish, service to others, service to self. I'm sick of it. It's all a concept. It's all a creation. It's all what somebody says who one day got quoted and now he's the most inspirational genius somewhere. No. Life is organic. Life is happening right now, right? And if we want to talk real about babies, human babies, they learn by watching what you do. They learn to process their information by watching how you process your information. So we always have to keep, right? We always have, hey, service to others. So we're not living in that world, even though, see, it's interesting to me, because if there's more good people in the world, right, which I know there are, I would think that most people aren't more selfish than like they need to be to survive. You know what I mean? Now, it doesn't mean that we're all out just making crocheting socks and then giving them to our neighbors all the time. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It doesn't make you bad. Like, no, it's all a concept. It's all a stupid, all of it. Religions, all of them. All of them is what I'm here to do. Like systems nuclear over here. Like, seriously. Like, all of it. If anything that you think about anything is making you feel bad, throw it away. If anything, even if it's a thought of, I'm not happy if my kids are not. No, wrong. I am always happy. And therefore, everyone can learn from me. You can't make them happy all the time, period. You know that. That's just part of life, right? Right? And then you're going to give naturally to people. You're going to give them the love they want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying don't be self-service others, but the whole concept, it's just to get us to fight back and forth. You know what I mean? To argue. Again, we're divided amongst each other. Why? Because you're service to self in that moment. And so that's how I see you. And so that's how I'm going to judge you as a service to self person. So I don't like you anymore. It's like, you know what? Why don't you go service to self this while I go service to self myself again? Right? You know what I mean? Like, what are we getting at here? You know? the whole we're gonna fix everything once it's like, yeah, once we learn to be nice and give to people, we have to learn how to do that again, right? But get out of the like guilt that we're no, no. But yes, we have to be nice. Like obviously, we have to do it together. And that's really because we don't have all the monies, all the controls, all of this, all of that, right? So how do we do it? We start taking care of each other for real, for real, for real. When I grow my gardens, when I get good and it's big enough, I'm giving it to my neighbors. I'll be the one dude in the whole neighborhood that does it. But oh well, maybe I'll find like a couple other people who do it too. Yeah, and that's how we go. And that's and then we don't even need. I mean, that's the grassroots because clearly, if we can't get control of the networks, right, then how are we gonna? How are you gonna? How are you gonna? How can you be the example if love doesn't get paid? We need to get paid for giving love. I know. I wish we'll get there. We'll get there. And what's the love that you're giving? Your time, your energy, what you create, right? And then you get the universe response. But that's why, I mean, the only person who is in charge of you is you. Same with your kids. I mean, yeah, you're legally responsible based on society, but look at animals, right? Like some of them, they give birth and then they leave after the kid's like 3 or something. Like once the kid's fully grown, then the wolf goes off, finds his own pet. I mean, it's like some of them don't even stay. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. I think what was it? Was it alligators or lions? Lions that I saw. It was like TikTok probably, but lions where the mother lion, is the one who keeps the tribe, the actual group together. And most males, I think it said, leave after like 3 years or something like that, or not 3 months, like 3 years, I think. But like, and then, it's just, I don't, we really got to rein it all back. All of this human shit, all the guilt, all the, anger. What else we got? Anger is huge. Guilt, right? So it's victim and victimizer, right? We got to stop playing the game, dude. We just got to get off the boat. We got to get off the timeline. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we do us first. Yeah, no, I know you know. I know you know. I just wanted to touch on it there. Trust and believe. Yeah, yeah. Because if you don't know yourself, you're not gonna be able to raise kiddos. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're gonna grow up, but this is like, bumblebee. Yeah, be rad. That's it. Yo, turtles are like, peace out. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And they don't need to go nowhere. They're just like, yo, I'm done with this. They poke their head out. They're like, yeah, no. I'm good right here with Source. I got food. I can just dream. I can sit here and think of an amazing place, an amazing world, right? Right? We don't even need it. I mean, yeah, sure, mountains are beautiful, beaches are beautiful. I think of sand, the dirt. Sand's beautiful. Water, but see, water's great because you need the water to survive because you're a water being. It's not just, you know, it's all connected. Oh my gosh, there's too much. My brain's gonna explode for the collective, and that's the other thing too. Realize you guys were connected to every single dimension, every single one. We're connected to every single race, at least 22 of them that have been here, right? Or so, right? Like a lot. DNA. You're connected to it all, right? Like when you get a thought, make sure it's yours and not what someone's telling you. Because we do live in this frequency world, fence, bubble, whatever, where they can broadcast stuff like that. It's literally on 24/7. You know what I mean? So why? and look at the reflection. So why do you want to stay inside? Why are we like, God, I'm not going out, right? It's because we know, as soon as we start touching shit, we get zapped, And it's like, well, we're already being zapped just by sitting here. So that's why going inside, that's why like when you pull it out, that's why you get secure, you get strong from the inside, like a monk, you meditate, right? You stand in a fucking horse stance for an hour straight. Do it. You'll feel like you've never felt before. Why? Because you did something that you've never done before. Right? We can roll ourselves in any way we want. We can take everything back. We're already gonna do it. Right? Just knowing that you're an aspect of that. Right? It's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. It's pretty freaking rad. Forgive, move on. You got to. Doesn't matter. We all know what happened. Everybody knows. It's in the records. Everybody knows. What are you going to do now? Right? Keep moving forward. You have to. You're going to do it anyways. So you might as well be the creator that you are. And then once you realize, right, all these years of plucking it up, and, I'm A-okay for right now. So next time I see trouble come my way, I'm going to make lemonade. And then I'm going to drink it. And then I'm going to pee it out. And then what? And it's going to go to Mama Gaia. She's going to make more energy out of it. It's perfect. What we came here to do. Forgive and move on. Right? Purge, digest, and leave it alone. Don't go back. Don't poke at it. Just leave. Okay? That's the part where Mama Gaia will take her rest. It's a cooperative thing we're doing here. I know most of us feel like it's not, but it is. I can't wait to rewrite the script. We are, but like, I don't know. I feel like I said, I want to slap somebody. You know what I mean? So much, but we can't. I can't. I know I can't. Oh, probably why it bothers me so much. It's like this process. We can't change it all. Just come down, boom, 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 and it's done. Because let's debate it. I'll tell you how we can, because that's what I want. So I'm a Libra. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Or I'll convince you somehow. I don't know. I will. I don't care. But again, no, because on the bigger, that's me. That's me wanting that, right? Then on a bigger picture, everybody else is involved too. And when you realize that everyone else is involved is you, we want to take care of each other. Just because you don't see each other as a brother or sister or whatever doesn't mean you're not. Doesn't mean this whole thing. So we gotta love each other. That's what's gonna do it. Don't give away anything you're not willing to lose in every situation, especially with your heart. Don't give away your thoughts, your minds, your hearts. Don't give anything to anyone but yourself or your family or your friends or things or things that enliven you or help you manifest your dream. Like plant. Going here, going there, taking the kids somewhere. Yeah, do that. Instead of so many people living in like, oh, I'd rather be doing this. Oh, I'd rather be doing that. It's like, or you're in a relationship. Why don't you take me out, right? Like she said, because you don't want to do nothing I want to do. Why don't you just appreciate the fact that you're in each other's lives? It's like we could do anything, whatever. I don't care. If we can. If you look at something, you Mystery Science Theater 3000 it's hilarious. Doesn't matter where you went. There's jokes everywhere. They're everywhere. I don't even notice some of them. And I like to think I notice a lot of stuff. But Angel's on another level, yo. She's the master of that. of those jokes. And I don't even know I said them, but she saw it, right? Genius. You see what I'm saying, right? Why is it fun? Because you're here. Right? Be here. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave you guys with that because I think I could just keep blabbing here and probably keep going. Expand, create, experience, repeat. Yeah, like all of it. Heart chakra, crown chakra. How many chakras do we have? You know, I don't care. Guess why? Are you being nice? You know, you know. I don't care what card you pulled. I don't care what your spirit guide says. Right? Forget your spirit guides. Right? That's what we got to get, you know. And it's funny, you see, like, why is it that repetition for all of us in life? Why is it that repetition? Like, you know, oh, like that's messed up. Oh, we don't want to do that. Like, we constantly keep seeing these things. It's just like it's to wake you up, so you stop. We do some other stuff. What is it? I don't know, but it's going to be something different, you know. But you'll know what it is because you're going to create your magic. It's going to be you, right? Don't create magic to hurt, right? Mean magic. Create happy magic. That has everything that you've ever wanted to do. It's the best place in the world. That's what the regressives don't understand. They keep creating negative magic, mean, not happy magic, and it's not making them happy. Go figure. Okay. So now apply this to humans. Stop with the other magics and just go make happy magic. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, Merlin. Shout out, y'all. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. For sure. Always and forever. We're gonna do this, fam. Keep it moving out there. Seriously, just blow everybody. All right. Somebody says something to you, just look at them and smile. Don't even respond. Just look at them and smile. Right? You're gonna mess them up. That's all you gotta do. All right. Use that if you're somewhere. Right? We're gonna mess everybody up. Peace. Meditation. Oh, I clicked on that. Giggler gang 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 gang. We out. Okay, got faith. Got faith. Love you guys. See you next time. Or later tonight, crypto show, 6:30. And then we're gonna do Linda, me, Sarah, and Sherry. So we're gonna probably do some grid work. We usually do a lot of like collective, just light and stuff like that, you know. But remember, you guys too, it's like when you're connecting to the grid, you gotta remember it's just higher dimensional technology that they've put over this, right? Any and every time that you're doing anything, you go straight to source, period, 100% every time. You know, somebody says, let's do a meditation, you know, to heal the tunnels in the underground city. Oh, okay, source, where you at? All right, they say they want to do some underground tunnel city healing. Well, how's this going to work? She's going to guide it, but we're going to do what we're going to do, right? Because this is what we came to do. We're going to do this is our part. And so therefore we are participating. But again, you know, you have to know this about yourself. Because if you don't do that, then you end up going with somebody else, and then it's their creation. You feed someone else, you know. Which again, if it's a good person, totally okay, right? But you still then would miss out on your own learning. So, you know, and I'm not saying don't help, you know what I mean? But it's all connected. So, all right, love you guys. Peace out. Rad.